All right, well, lots of questions tonight about what's next for Menendez and, of course, his U.S. Senate seat. Does he resign, get voted out? If so, who would replace him?
Fox 8 Sharon Crowley joins us now in studio to walk us through how this process would even work. Sharon.
Yeah, I talked with a lot of political analysts about what's next for Senator Menendez, what he plans to do. So far, even with his conviction, he's defiantly planning to run for re-election as an independent. But fellow lawmakers have the power to try to stop him.
Senator, will you resign?
New Jersey senior Senator Bob Menendez refusing to resign following his corruption conviction in Lower Manhattan today, even as Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and New Jersey Governor Murphy are calling for him to step down. Governor Murphy said, if he refuses to vacate his office, I call on the U.S. Senate to vote to expel him. In the event of a vacancy, I will exercise my duty to make a temporary appointment to ensure the people of New Jersey have the representation they deserve. If Senator Menendez doesn't resign voluntarily, a special hearing in the Senate would have to be held to expel him. Attorney John Wisniewski is a former New Jersey state legislator.
It's not an automatic thing. They have to have a hearing, then they would have to have a vote on the floor of the Senate. And right now, this is not the time of the year that the Senate is usually there all the time. So it would take some time.
Micah Rasmussen is a political analyst at Rider University.
It is voluntary. It is up to him to resign unless 2/3 of the Senate is prepared to expel him. Up until this point, most of his Democratic colleagues in the Senate have hung back. They said he deserves his day in court. But now the dam is starting to break, and now we get to see whether or not Democrats are going to stay with him.
Senator Menendez's term expires at the end of this year. He's vowed to run for re-election while his appeal plays out. He's not running as a Democrat, but as an independent. Some worry his candidacy could be a spoiler, threatening to turn this reliably blue Senate seat red.
There's a shot for the Republicans, which there has not been a shot for in a very long time. It could totally turn this election upside down.
And lots of people, I should point out, wanted to run for Senator Menendez's seat, including New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy's wife, Tammy Murphy. New Jersey is, of course, a blue state. And to keep that Senate seat blue, Democrats previously had been quiet about Senator Menendez's legal troubles. They may decide to exert pressure on him to drop out now. Steve?
Yeah, having him run as an independent certainly could complicate things. All right, Sharon, we appreciate it. We're going to